Guest was, we've been there from the beginning. His name is Dan Paris, and you are now, Dan, the Executive Director of Community St. Louis. Thanks for joining us here in studio.
Thanks for having me.
You go back to the very beginning. You first came on the show when you and some buddies did this crazy idea to go to Africa to do a study on poor people.
Yeah, we tried to live in extreme poverty on $1.25 a day across 15 different countries and made a documentary about it.
And how long ago was that?
We actually did that about 7 years ago.
Okay.
Almost.
And the movie was called?
It was called Give a Damn. We eventually changed the name to What Matters, and now
Right.
people can see it on iTunes and Amazon, all that fun stuff.
And during your trip, you were in a plane. You were in a plane crash and almost died.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah. All the effects, you're now fine. You seem to be fine, right?
I'm doing great.
Except for the fact you lost your razor, everything seems to be fine.
I lost 10 inches of intestines as well, but besides the 10 inches of intestines, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
All right, good. Fair enough. All right, what are you doing now?
So we started a nonprofit called Continuity, and the mission is to expand diversity in media production through skills-based training, mentorship,
Okay.
and opportunities for untapped talent.
Sure.
Basically, we did a little research on video production companies in St. Louis. We found of the demographics we could find, there's about 187 people in the production field, and 3 of them were African American. And we focused on African American being the second largest racial group in St. Louis. And
Right.
we just realized there's a big issue with the lack of diversity in stories being told, and then people who want an opportunity in media production that may not have the opportunity. And so we started a few programs and a nonprofit to help address that skills gap.
With diversity being such an issue in this year's Oscars, what do you want people to know about this organization going forward?
Want to know we're here in St. Louis. We're looking for partnerships and potential production companies who would like to take our students as interns, would like to contribute to the mission, and just that there's a lot of people out there who want to get into this field, and there's a lot of opportunity there, and we'd like to help bridge that gap.
What's the barrier? What's the difficulty of getting minorities involved?
I would say statistically, minorities have a higher percentage of being low income, and there's a lot of capital that goes into starting a video production company. A lot of times people ask you to work for free for a while,
Yep.
and a lot of people can't do it. Transportation is an issue. You need to be able to get around. And then because this is a coveted field, a lot of people hire just, their friends and family. And so expanding outside of your network is really important, and we want to help.
It's also a very small niche business. I mean, you mentioned there's 100 and how many? 100 and...
The 187 of just who we could find, but I would imagine there's at least 500 in video production in general in St. Louis. So
Right.
It is a small industry, but it's a growing industry because the need for content is growing. So we're hoping to grow the pie.
Sure. But also because of technology, now it doesn't, all those barriers that would take years to sort of break in before, now you don't need that so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of people could go on, Vimeo Film School, use lynda.com. A lot of it is just showing people the doors and then helping them have the tools, and they'll walk right through them. So it isn't like we have a lot of great stories of people we just said, hey, here's camera, here's how you use it, and next thing you know, these guys are off making their own stuff.
Right.
And we just help them get the tools in their hands.
Dan Paris, what's the website for people to find out more?
ContinuitySTL.com.
ContinuitySTL.com. And then the movie, where can we see the movie?
What Matters, you can go to whatmattersfilm.com, and you can also search it on iTunes or Amazon, Xbox. There's a lot of different places to see it on VOD now.
Yeah, it was a really interesting story, and we're glad you stayed in touch. Dan Paris, Executive Director of the Community St. Louis. What's the website one more time?
ContinuitySTL.com.
Have a good week. Thanks for coming in.
All right, thanks, McGraw.
Now, 7:55 here.